Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Taryn and this is Breathe In Budget. On this channel we talk about all things finance related, so that could be anything from the zero-based budget to life situations that impact our finances. So if any of that is of interest to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join me today in updating my budget categories. Okay, so I wanted to redo my budget category sheet. I have one off to the side that I'm using for reference, but I wanted to use the new printout from the Budget Mom. I like the minimalistic look compared to the old one. So this is really important. So like the first step generally is tracking your spending before you get started for an entire month, because you have to see where your money is going, right? Once you've tracked your spending and you've evaluated it, that's when you need to determine what are your categories. So this will be what I find are my categories in my life. Yours might be different. For example, I do have a kids category, but if you don't have any kids, you're not going to have a kids category, right? Unless you're planning for, future children, then maybe you will. So I will update mine and give you the idea of like for each one. For example, my first one's going to be bills. That's like my utilities and fixed expenses. So I'll go ahead and do that one. And then you'll just kind of see what I put into each category, like what I consider that falls into that category. I'm sorry, like rambling. I don't even know if I'm making sense. So let's see. So I'll highlight after. That's fine. So I use the highlighter method too. So when I'm tracking my spending in my budget by paycheck workbook, if that line item is something for debt or savings, or it's a miscellaneous category, I will highlight it that particular color. So I use the highlighter method. All right, so let's see. So we have bills. So I don't know if you can see, so I'm going to zoom you in just a little. Okay. So for bills, to me, this is my fixed expenses. So I'm going to write fixed expenses. And so just as a, idea, like this would be utilities. Although these can fluctuate, like your gas or your electric, they are still considered fixed expenses. You will have them every single month. So that is a fixed expense. Let's see. What else do I consider a fixed expense? I'll come back to that, but I'm pretty sure there's more than just the utilities that I consider like part of my bills and my fixed expenses. So for my debt category, I only have two things of debt. I do consider my mortgage debt. So when I track that, I will highlight it as debt. And then we have our car. We have a Toyota TRD. The other car is completely paid off. Then this is what we owe. We don't have credit card debt, and I did wind up paying off the rest of the diamond using my savings. I decided that freeing up that $687 that I was putting towards that ring every month, because when I paid off the Riker and the Sleep Number, I took my minimums that I were paying for that, added it to what I was paying for the diamond, and that became my new monthly that I was paying. So now it frees up that 687. And yes, I will probably increase what I paid to the car to pay it down faster, but I wanted to free up some money to be able to meet certain savings goals I have, like our home, vehicle, and pet emergency savings. So Excuse me. So that I did free up some money. So right now, these are our only two debts. And I will probably do like a debt confession to talk about like the price, like how much, not the price, but how much I owe, the balance. Then I have my kids category. So what this would be is, for them, it might be, their clothes. It could be just like miscellaneous expenses. So some people will see like how much we stuff for like kids, and they're like, that's all you give your kids. No, this is literally just for like miscellaneous expenses. Like if the ice cream truck shows up, like we'll pull money from there. And then their back to school folder, envelope, sorry, will cover like clothes, because we're homeschooled and we are with a charter school, so that helps pay for the curriculum. So really it's more just like our back to school is things that maybe aren't covered by those funds, or clothing. So I just want to categorize it. So depending on where we made a purchase, what that category was within here, if it was related to my children, then I'm going to highlight it with my kind of like a marigold color for the kids. Then we have our savings. So this would be like our sinking funds and like our emergency savings. I do consider those like two different things. Like sinking funds would be like our holiday sinking funds, right? Or I have like a tattoo envelope, that would be a tattoo sinking fund. Emergency savings, that would be our home, car, pet, and then our 6 month emergency savings. So if I put money towards that on my workbook where I track my in and out of money, I will highlight it this green to let me know that that money went towards savings. Essentially, what the Budget by Paycheck workbook makes you do is see where your money's going. What percentage of your income did you put towards debt versus like what you put towards savings and other categories? So then I have my entertainment. I need to change. I believe oh yeah, I do have it labeled as entertainment. I thought I had it as fun. So entertainment, these are like our subscriptions. So we have like a Hulu Plus, which I always get at Black Friday, and I don't pay a lot. It's like $4.98 for Hulu Plus and Disney Plus. Okay, $4.98 a month. That's amazing. And I do that on Black Friday. And then, we have the AMC Plus, that's $8.99. That's in addition, like to the Prime Video, it's like an add-on. And I do that because I'm a fan of The Walking Dead. And although that show has ended, there have been like spin-offs, and so far I like them. So I will keep my AMC Plus. So it would be like our subscriptions, it would be memberships. So, the aquarium, the zoo, that's considered entertainment to me. So that will be highlighted as such. This would be like vacation, because that's like entertainment, fun, right? And then various activities. So let's say we were to go bowling, I would categorize that as entertainment. Then we have our food. Okay, so this would be our groceries, obviously. But I also, if we eat out, so dining out, I would label it as food as well, because that is whether we're purchasing food elsewhere or we are cooking at home, that is still going towards food. And when I first started tracking my spending before starting this, like the zero-based budget, gosh, to really see how much we were spending eating out, I mean, that was mind blown. Let's just put mind blown. Next category is miscellaneous. So this would be, unplanned or unexpected expenses. It's hard for you guys to see me write since I'm lefty. Sorry. I have decided our personal spending from like our personal envelopes, I'm going to categorize as miscellaneous, because I could put money from my personal spending towards kids. I could put it towards food. I could put it towards entertainment. So it would wind up being so many different categories. I figured I would just track what we spend from those envelopes under miscellaneous. We'll see how that goes or how I feel about that. Okay, so home. So this would be like our home security. This would be like cleaning supplies. This would be home decor or home improvement. Might need to rewrite some of these. Okay, so then the purple, I need to actually put a little label. You'll see. Oh, you can't see because I zoomed in. I've made this color like our celebrations, which would include like holidays, birthdays, and gifts for people. That color. So I need to actually add the label. So let's see, celebrations. So this would be holidays, birthdays, and gifts. Okay, then we have our pets. So this would be for food. This would be for like our cat litter, if we did any type of treats. And then I'm going to put the word maintenance. Maintenance. This would be like, I don't know, flea prevention, things like that. I don't know, just various things. But this would not be from like our pet emergency fund. Pet emergency fund would be for like bigger vet expenses. Maintenances could be like, their vaccines. So that's where this would come from. Then we have, I'm just going to put beauty. I had it as health and beauty, but we have an HSA account through my employer. So we actually don't pay for those types of things like Band-Aids, medicine and stuff. I just use my healthcare spending account. But like beauty, like this would be like for my nails. If we buy more equipment for our home gym, this would also be like hygiene items. This would also be for yoga. So I categorize it under like beauty. I am going to redo my envelopes and it's going to say hygiene, but I will still categorize it under the beauty category, right? I don't know. That's just what seemed right to me. Then we have car. So this would be like our gas. This would be maintenance in terms of oil changes, tires, and then like a car wash. So this is different than our car emergency, which we want to get to $5,000. That would be if something bigger happened, like right now, there's this like sensor in my car that got impacted by the heat that we were having. And now like the lane departure alert and things like that doesn't work. And that's going to be anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 to fix. We're just a little bit short on that to cover, but that's what that 5,000 will be, is for those unexpected repairs. Our regular like car maintenance, that would be oil changes and tires, car washes, and then we have our gasoline. So those are my categories. And again, I use the highlighter method. So I would just highlight with the corresponding color. I tend to shake, so I'm not the best at staying in the lines, but it'll have to do. All right, I'm going to speed you guys up for this. But these are my categories. And I highly encourage you guys to track your spending if you're just starting off for 1 month before you even cash stuff, before you even set a budget. You need to track your spending. You have to know what you spend your money on, or else you can't come up with your categories. You won't know what envelopes to create, to purchase, make, whatever, unless you track your spending. So once you track your spending, create your categories. So for example, like within the kids category, I have different envelopes. Like I will have the back to school envelope. I have, other like miscellaneous envelopes that are related to kids, celebrations. I have like different holidays, birthdays, and things like that. So you need to have an idea of where your money is going to be able to successfully create a budget. And I highly recommend a zero based budget, basically giving every dollar a job, making sure every dollar is going towards meeting your financial goals. Obviously, your fixed expenses and, you know, food and stuff is a priority. But then after that, what you have left over, cash stuffing for categories that will benefit your family, benefit your mental health, your wellness, or whatnot. So, thank you for hanging out with me while I did this. I hope that you guys were able to see it. I'm assuming you can. It looks pretty zoomed in. But I will see you guys in the next video. I will be working on this next, updating my membership and subscription reminder worksheet. Basically, for example, we have our alarm system. We pay $99, $100, whatever I think, for the year. And I will put like when it's due. And then like Sam's Club membership, even though I already have the money for that, like we just anything that you pay either annually or monthly that is considered either a membership or a subscription, this is where I would track it. You know, a lot of times once you track your spending, you'll see you're going to be like, wait a minute, I've been paying for that, or I got charged for an annual subscription to blah blah blah, whatever the place is. You know, you have to have a good relationship with your finances, like sitting down, tracking your spending, looking at all the transactions. That's how you're going to catch any potential fraud or catch unnecessary spending, maybe again subscriptions that you forgot to cancel or you didn't even realize that you're paying. So that'll be the next thing I work on, and I'll do a quick video on that as well. But it's almost time for me to log into work. So I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and happy budgeting.